Hello, everyone. It is I, Broman, again. I am back, and I am going to talk about Star Wars The Force Awakens. And pretty much everyone knows it's just a new hope, you know, which is not a good thing, honestly, when you're reusing plot, stuff from a movie that came out, you know, over 30 years ago, pretty much. It's not exactly a good thing, in my opinion. Um, the fact that they had to take the plots of, from that movie, which is my favorite movie. I like it more than Empire Strikes Back, and just pretty much any other Star Wars film. I think Star Wars: The Theatrical Release of 1977 is the best Star Wars movie, and I've already explained that, of course, why. And this movie is just kind of like almost, trying to copy that, and it's never a really good idea. The first set of Star Wars books that pretty much came out after, that original trilogy was the Thrawn trilogy, which I kind of wish here they kind of went off with that. They took the source material from those books and just adapted those into movies. Uh, it would have been great, because the fact that they made those legends is that they can take those and it wouldn't really be a movie based off of this, you know, Star Wars book and stuff, um, off of those books. So, the fact that they couldn't do that and they had to go with this, which, how does Rey, have the training or the ability with the Force and stuff to defeat Kylo Ren, who, he wasn't really menacing, honestly. He didn't have that presence like Darth Vader did. You know, when I saw Kylo Ren first in the movie, I'm like, oh, that's Kylo Ren, and he's the bad guy. But you know, Darth Vader. When I saw him, I was like, man, that guy's like intimidating looking and stuff. When I see Kylo Ren, I'm like, he's just another dude or whatever with this lightsaber and stuff. But um, yeah, I mean, it could have been better. Uh, I wish they didn't use Jakku. I'm tired of this desert setting crap. You know, at least with you know, cause they're doing it obviously as ways like, oh, this person's the chosen one, or this person's gonna be the main character for our series or whatever for this trilogy, and they're from this desert planet. I wish they would stop doing that. I wish, if they were gonna go with Rey for the female lead, which is okay, although I personally, I didn't, you know, I didn't really care much for these characters, honestly. Uh, they just, well, how should I say it? Well, I mean, they just, like, Finn, just like these characters honestly felt like they were over the top. Uh, even though I liked this movie, when it came out and stuff, but then I haven't even watched it. It's been months since I've actually watched this movie. Thinking about it, it doesn't have much of a rewatchability to me, unlike the original trilogy, which does. But although if you watch, for me, it's kind of like, I watch movies a certain amount of times, then I take a break in between and stuff. I watch other stuff or whatever, or I go off and do other things. I'm not going to be consumed, by movies like that. So, but the movie could have actually been. I think actually, in my opinion, it should have been different. Um, it just it would have done better if it was a different type of movie. If it felt more, um, like the books or something, or at least taken things from the all the other books that happened afterwards. The fact Ben Solo is pretty much Jason Solo, who became Darth Caedus stuff. I feel like them doing that, honestly, I think was the wrong move. I think they could have had a trilogy where, you know, there's none of the siblings or whatever, the offspring of the Skywalker family are, you know, dark, on the dark side. None of them are Sith Lords or anything like that, or Dark Jedi. And this, like, they could have made it that movie where in this new trilogy that where the siblings were pretty much just like all good people and stuff, and there was no family drama or anything like that. But no, they had to do the family drama. I'm sorry, like, if it seems like it's like I'm gathering my thoughts and stuff. It's just I liked it, and then I felt like I was let down with that. Afterwards, it's just I've watched it 3 times, and I'm like, well, I don't feel like I need to watch this movie again, which is bad. I've watched the original trilogy a lot more than I have this. I think I've watched the original trilogy the most out of even the prequel trilogy, because the prequel trilogy just gets really boring and stuff and stupid. So, but yeah, I mean, if they had just taken stuff from their Legends material and stuff and gone with Admiral Thrawn and maybe done the before the Legacy of the Jedi, or something like that, the Legacy books, like before that, with you know Luke having a kid and then Leia and Han having kids. If they did that and just stuck to that with this trilogy, I think that would have been okay. And then the next trilogy, maybe then like one of them falls to the dark side, or at the end of the trilogy, one of them falls to the dark side, and then the next trilogy, you know, um, they have to fight, you know, these bad, the sister or whatever, or Rhea or whomever, no matter who it is they decided to choose, would have to fight this new family member who's a Sith Lord and stuff. So they could have done that, but instead, I mean, they did go an original route, but they also didn't go an original route because they're reusing stuff from A New Hope. It's not really original. It's just it's the same thing. Just what's the expression? I mean, it's the same old thing, but it's just like with a new cover on it or something like that. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's just like a new setting or whatever, and I it's not original. It's lazy and stuff, and I think they're just doing this to. I mean, all movies are made to make a profit and stuff, but what they did here, I think, in my opinion, is kind of criminal and stuff, and I just wish they would have done a better job being more original and not looking at the first one. I mean, and the fact that I saw the trailer, that teaser trailer for The Last Jedi, and it looked like Empire Strikes Back, and I'm like, you gotta stop doing that. You really have to go with your own thing here. You don't take plot points and stuff from these other Star Wars movies that are already there. Just do your own thing. That's it. Just create an original story, everything, and you'll be fine. Original idea that I came up with, I mean, it would have had Thrawn and stuff and all that, and then it would have been Lumia and her Sith Master or something like that, who, would have been the bad guy, or they could have, you know, my stuff involves a lot of plucking from legends and stuff, but it would have worked, I guess, in a way. Although, except maybe for one thing I had, were the too far fetched, which is have Vitiate, the Sith Emperor and stuff come back again, and I think that might have been pushing it too far. They might have, that might have been a little bit silly, honestly. That's only because I was thinking of having this one character from, the Shaw, what was it, Bastila Shawn, um, characters to the descendant of that person come and says, "I will help you do this and that," but that might have been taken a little bit too far. Although it would have been cool because then it wouldn't have been focused on the whole Skywalker family drama and stuff. Because that's all it is. It's just a family drama out in space. That's all it really is with some of this stuff. But then you have like all these books and everything, which then say that that expands on everything else. So that is nice, but preferably, I just wish this movie was just original from the ground up and didn't have to borrow these plot lines and stuff from the theatrical release of 1977 of the Star Wars movie, and which is something that like I said, I like that. It's the best one. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this movie. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little talk that I had and stuff. It it should have been better. It should have been more original, but they just couldn't do it. I think they were afraid, or they didn't know what to do, honestly. So, but oh well. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this little video, this or guest podcast or something like that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So have a good day, everyone. Bye.